Hello, welcome to Power English for Foreign Executives. I'm Deanne. I'm so delighted that you're able to join me today. This channel is for business executives who are currently working in American companies, or those rising stars who want to work in American companies and want to be able to uh, upgrade their standard English skills so that they can become more confident in the usage of English in the American workplace. What is power English? The way that I define it is that it's the effective use of words and phrases and idioms and understanding cultural awareness, and being able to navigate cultural nuances in the American workplace and in everyday uh, interactions, so that you will be able to see your skills be more effective, and that through the effectiveness become more confident. The expressions that I share, or the information I share, but mostly it's going to be expressions that I share in this and in other uh, previous and future episodes, are more nationally observed or nationally used. There are local expressions and local nuances depending on where you are, um, especially if you are living in the United States, where I am. Um, but the ones I'm giving you are usually going to be the nationally used and understood ones. So today, what are we talking about? This is going to be part one of 5 expressions about power. Um, it's going to be information about how one has control, uses authority, and I've broken it up into 2 parts because it's going to be 10 in total. But today I want to just give you 5 of them just to make the video very, very short. So they're going to be, uh, wield influence, have the upper hand. I'm looking down because I have my notes here. Hold sway, hold the reins, reins, hold the reins, reins, and flex one's flex one's muscle. Okay, so the first one, wield influence. Wield, W-E-I-L-D, means to exert. So wield influence, to exert influence and one's authority over, to have advantage of. So for example, the board member wields influence over the company's strategic directives. Okay? The board member wields influence over the company's strategic goals or strategic objectives. Uh, in a home, the husband or the wife may wield more influence than the other uh, in the family's goals and objectives. Next one, to have the upper hand, to have the upper hand. I don't know if that came from boxing, or uh, maybe it did originate from the boxing arena, but it just means that you are in a position of advantage and opportunity. You have the upper hand. So after the successful negotiation, our company had the upper hand with the new client than another company. We were the ones to win the advantage of getting this particular client because we had either better skills, better location for their service inventory, or whatever. We had the upper hand. We had more power. We had more power. The third is to hold sway. To hold sway. It means to have influence or control over people or situations. So to hold sway, it's holding control, but in a soft way or in a softer way. So a charismatic person has sway, has influence. It may not be direct control, but it's the influence that they have. So the charismatic department leader had held sway over the entire team, or the team leader had sway over the entire project, more so than other team leaders. Maybe there are several team leaders, but Mr. Kim's team, he held sway compared to the other team leaders in the department. Are you liking some of this? If you are, I invite you to subscribe and to click the like button or to comment, whether it's a brief comment or not. I appreciate it because I always like to know what you're thinking or maybe suggestions that you may have. So I appreciate it. And YouTube appreciates it in its algorithm so that it can push out more of my videos to new subscribers or to new people who will comment on the video. And also want you to know that if you are seeking one-on-one support or one-on-one information about your career direction or challenges that you're facing at work, I do consulting, executive career consulting. And if you need help with interview techniques or resume writing, let me know. You can contact me in the down below in the description box. Let's move on. Next one, hold the reins, R-E-I-N-S. When you're riding a horse, you can, or a rider of a horse will hold the reins to be able to control the direction of the horse. So holding the reins means that you have power, you have control, you have authority over that horse. So when we say in an idiomatic way that someone holds the reins, like the CEO holds the reins for the direction of the company, or the president of the company holds the reins, or the department head holds the reins in the control and authority of that particular department or division. We say they have control over it. But sometimes even the people that don't have the titles, just by their own character and personality, they hold the reins. The junior team leader may hold the reins on the budget for the project because that person or she is really good at finance or at accounting or something like that. She may hold the reins for the budget of the particular project. Now, in the next one, to flex one's muscle. Think of the bodybuilder. First of all, think of the bodybuilder. And the bodybuilder in a championship, will go out on the stage and really flex those, I say muscles, that's just a joke, but flex his or her muscles to show their strength. They're not hurting anyone by it, but they are demonstrating their strength in order to succeed or to win something. So when someone at work or a department at work flex its muscles, they're saying, we have the control. We don't have to show all of the control that we'll have, but we'll show you just a little smidge of what we can do if we don't get the opportunity to work on a situation. So to flex one's muscles is to demonstrate one's power or influence. We don't use all of it in the military term. One country may not outright go to war with another. I won't mention here which countries you may hear of in the news, but when one country shows its power by having a sideline demonstration of power by, with their bombs or their drones, they're not having an outright war, but they're showing in a particular region or area the power of their military might and strength. They may bomb a building where they know there are no people in there, but it shows the strength of their military power. So at work, a department can show its muscle by saying, especially if it's the finance department. I don't know why I always use finance, but they hold the purse strings or the money. They can flex their muscle by saying, you know, it's great you want to work on this project, but we're not going to give you 1 penny, 1 cent more for this project. And they're flexing their muscle by saying, you really can't tell us how much more that you need because we've already told you this is what everybody's going to get. So flexing their muscle is saying, we have the power of the purse strings. You cannot get a penny more. Or we're flexing our muscle by saying, your department can get a little bit more money for your project, but the other departments cannot. That's flexing. That's flexing muscle, flexing strength. So today we talked about wielding influence, have the upper hand, holding sway, hold the reins, flex one's muscle. I think that demonstrations of power have positive, can be positive, and it can also have negative influence. I guess it all depends in whose hands these levels of power are in. But I would like to make sure that you understand not only what these expressions are, but that you use them in everyday language because they're very commonplace in the American workplace and in everyday life. These certainly will be building your confidence, and that's what I'm hoping for as you listen to this video and also to others. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.